You called, and you were very worried. And then to the chiefs, Kwamo Hene, Jache, Jusumai Hene, and the senior officials of Menhyia Palace who put pressure on the system, insisting that please release Paul Adomoche. I cannot thank you more. I'm coming to Kumasi and I'll do it properly. I'll thank you all. Adenta Kumi, I know that you're in Menhyia Palace and I believe that you are part of this. Even though you're a young man, I'm sure you told your bosses that please call the authorities, please call the authorities. I'm so grateful. My Metro TV team received. To my pastors, Pastor Otabel, Rosemary said, you called, and you were very worried. And then to the chiefs, Kwamo Hene, Jache, Jusumai Hene, and the senior officials of Menhyia Palace who put pressure on the system, insisting that please release Paul Adomoche. I cannot thank you more. I'm coming to Kumasi and I'll do it properly. I'll thank you all. Adenta Kumi, I know that you're in Menhyia Palace and I believe that you are part of this. Even though you're a young man, I'm sure you told your bosses that please call the authorities, please call the authorities. I'm so grateful. My Metro TV team.
Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Ren TV. Ebusiame mo bibi akwaba eba Dr. Ren TV. So tuoboloy ni me na me ebiamo me mo bibi akwaba na ene edwumedie no ye ba betwetwe nkomo. As usual, you know, when I sit here I do politics, and I will keep encouraging Ghanaians to follow politics and do politics, talk politics, think politics, and make sure that you add your voices to our national politics issues. Politics nya de boni because politics on my own asem. Partisan politics and enye. Say we NDC ni be NDC bibia enye na still no we NDC ni nti no mpese obeka no kre. Eno no enye. But emom no so we a friend say Ghana ni a you must speak truth to power. And also the NPP, the NPP be beyond in your eyes, good. Even when the majority of Ghanaians are criticizing and talking about, say, Nkoye, how they also NPP ni ube defending. No, that partisan politics, I do not encourage. And into ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelt, chillax, because you're about to have a very, very insightful conversation today. And I see a lot of people already joining, 33 people already in less than 3 minutes joining. Ebusia, Bomodia, tell a friend to tell a friend, as Sene Unimeno, and Komono, Eshe Asye Pepepe. And it's Bomodia, na onso Tunkra, ma afufonso Emra, no Mombeti Sempanwa, Dr. Ren. The ladies call me D sexy. D Ren. Minya say ya just everything sempani na bro. Today Sunday, the first Sunday of the month August. In Sembe na sisi, in Sembe na koso enkomo be na wo ho. Mede ni nyina ba besumo. Odi ase. Unya ba nso a. The comment section wo dia. Say something, add your voices to the topic and ba synopsis na yeba behwe no, add your voices to it. Itiane enkomo yeba bedi no, mede ni nyina ebetu edwa ede amao. Me no woka say is Ankomah o say ohwehwe Kevin Taylor. Kevin Ekobeidu Taylor. Is Ankomah so ohwehwe no aden a ombra no betua sike bi emfama no. Defamation suit bi a according to ono we no or Jessica or Jim Patasika free, Kevin Ekobeidu Taylor. Killer betia na kilentia. Comment section ma menu say killer betia ana kilentia. Kevin betia ana Kevin ontia. No ntore bi a kilentia. The tore bi so a killer be wa de say so kotua. Ana killer be kwa fight no court. Akwa say nsem e de ato no so no. Ebia se bi o mu sika no e de sika na e de abɔ no so wontua no. Ebia wa no yie bi e wo ho nti court enhwɛ. Na court enyen sachiraye ewo eno ene nkoma abusua magidwa matenase di sexy she sexy sexy yen kan say size di sexy di ren matenase But the need bro. What do I say? What time here? Woo. Yana me talk. And sana me D. Ladies and gentlemen, that was just by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, you become seminimo, you become sempani in and into bomodian. All right, Jackpa, or I wonder so. As usual, him say Jackpa there. Oh, Jackpa no. Oh, Jackpa no. Oh, Jackpa no. Sounds to the anonymous say, or fighting for the nation Ghana. And any or in any aqua copy a year tomato factory beer. Me no woka say. I just say a quite mufaso or mudi or mujumano. And your quine papa. And indeed, a year Jackpa, a year our national security general. Wakwa copy. Eja tasty tom and a tasty tomato. I tasty tomato. I was say any wabomodia edin seven atuja a fat tasty tomato. Ediana ura japa e kafa.
Last year before products leave your yard. Oh, you can go there and go and do your accounting. So all this pack here are rejected. As you can see, last year before products leave your yard. Oh, you can go there and go and do your accounting. So all this pack here are rejected. As you can see, this is Tasty Tom and Rich Tomato Mix, produced by NutriFoods Ghana Limited. It was produced on the 21st of July 2025. In less than 10 days, it is fully bloated, and they have a lot packed in their warehouse, and we are going for them. This cannot be tolerated in Ghana. Our health matter, and everything must be done to expose them and bring them to book, so that Ghanaians can eat proper food.
So you had a year, the National Security General, a year Ora Jakpa. Say Ghanaians deserve somebody eating a year healthy food. Timino say there, or in any actually a year Tasty Tom Tomato Factory. A crown of faswa, omo a year omo tomatoes, omo process omo tomatoes. Now omo the bedroom no, and year quite papa. So a year Ora Jakpa. Any team of national security for any FDA for paying for echo this particular warehouse and omakwa hunu and some fua omuditia of my Ghana. And I think say this is what I expect from our leaders. I wish you remember if you are watching me on Facebook or on YouTube, Dr. Ren TV, Mona O Aye Roko Edia from Ameraba Aye France. Welcome. Samson Aye Reese, Nick Jensen, and also the Fortnite lad. Ladies and gentlemen, like I keep saying, I speak truth to power. Aha, Aye, Dr. Ren, politics, and I'm here. I'm on your same dear. Ehia pa. One kabia, no one really. Yedo sikai edwananka ora Henry Hansen meba wakwaba. So ora Jakpa at the bomb abomodini a woni ni team ene eye the FDA omuko PM Tasty Tom tomatoes. The omudi omani ko hu ye enya de papa. Na no amomagina so ama ene FDA for say Tasty Tom tomato for omu tomato say wodwemu nyina no omonsan and recalling it back. It is not healthy for Ghanaians to eat a year tasty tomato, a year tasty tom tomatoes. Eti we no me bomodiana me the medium me mafa a year me medium me so na makacho bibia o Ghana wa ma no ne so fa wo phone na ka kire wo ma me papa wo nua bi na kire ne say tasty tom tomato a year omoduane no a year FDA say a year a friend say wholesome for public consumption. And inti omo se omo bomodia na omo mfem free adwama eye market so omo and stop so omo beton dia manipa edi. Very good. This is what we want. When our leaders are proactive and they work hard for the nation. And trust me, ora Jakpa, in Deura Jakpa, Nenana Jakpa, yes. Oye adwumaden e de aboa oman Ghana. Michael Emwakwaba, cool monkey. How you doing? Your name is very funny. Anyway, so that was just a year Ora Japadi and Memphano and Twin China
received. So my pastors, Pastor Otabel, Rosemary said received. So
young call your next a year conversation. The next conversation a year Paul Adomochi. What can be emphatically wabodi. Nano ana a year OSP. Ebo modnia a invite ana okoye no omo detainee for 24 hours. Omiti bail condition omo release oba abontene the camera is nanim wada nkofo bebre ase na nkofo na wada o mase no so akwa kopium se ode manhia din aka ho nobo akwa yenkotie de Paul Adomochi e kafa manhia palace for yentie Paul Adomochi.
My pastors, Pastor Otabel, Rosemary said he called, and you were very worried. And then to the chiefs, Kwamo Hine, Jache, Jusumai Hine, and the senior officials of Manhyia Palace who put pressure on the system, insisting that please release Paul Adomochi. I cannot thank you more. I'm coming to Kumasi and I'll do it properly. I'll thank you all. Adenta Kumi, I know that you are in Manhyia Palace and I believe that you are part of this. Even though you're a young man, I'm sure you told your bosses that please call the authorities, please call the authorities. I'm so grateful. My Metro TV team received. So my pastors, Pastor Otabel, Rosemary said he called, and you were very worried. And then to the chiefs, Kwamo Hine, Jache, Jusumai Hine, and the senior officials of Manhyia Palace who put pressure on the system, insisting that please release Paul Adomochi. I cannot thank you more. I'm coming to Kumasi and I'll do it properly. I'll thank you all. Adenta Kumi, I know that you are in Manhyia Palace and I believe that you are part of this. Even though you're a young man, I'm sure you told your bosses that please call the authorities, please call the authorities. I'm so grateful. My Metro TV team.
Tomatoes. Etiwenu. So clearly, a year Paul Adomochi Eddie Abetuja said, Chia ye che no. A yem painful bit actually, and all the pressure at all. The system in painful so say, Omunjai no. Now you see, Yenuya Paul Adomochi say, or ye agenda settings journalist into a setting agenda, no, and then people follow. When we start question say, we a agenda ni bia na kawambo din dia kebia meka say bia okay or set agenda na the trap no akachi bela na pase utie Paul enum asem ya obobo ahemfofo bi din a wo nso wo Manhyia Palace a wo kire say ono wo mo ene frɛ mpanyimfo say omomo modern de enjai no obo abrante bi a frɛ no Adenta Kumi anano bi no oye nsemhunu a ene eniamo ho a national security for call ni fie. Now yenyina yenim de Paul otie jandam no on set agenda, people will fall for it. Na nkofo eden akoke kansem na afredie the substance na enema na waye no, we will not end up discussing it. Then we'll be discussing about nkofo a Paul Adomochi abobo wo mudi. That is the work of NPP. San NPP for tie. NPP for ye bibi bone no be so mo twa adwene free wa. They set at the agenda. They take the lead. Then you follow the agenda. Into the substance, but when we say we free the substance. And and a two. Nen sem na waka na wabobo ahemfofo bi din no e kire se onyina so because wabo mu din say omo ana Adenta Kumi call omo na so ana omo fresh system no the pressure to omo so say yenjai no eye Paul enum asem ana waka. Now You see, ebi ameka se oman Ghana no. Yebeko yenimu a agye say ye radical to name and shame enkophobia omaye janto ahenefo a obi ye bone na ese yetwe na so no no mu kodwane atoa say yenja no na onko fi say onye hwe. This is a typical example. You can't enkofo bebre no am ka say oh sa na tie enti sa o ene de ya tie free Paul say ya chi no waye bone ye ne ye hwehwe ne nsem mu no enkofo bi say yenja no na wonko. And this is very sad. Very, very sad. Especially coming from institution to say Manhyia nim say so bi tumra ye twena so. Obi ye bone a ye ka nanim, obi ye bone a ye de ne famra kwan so mamra ne ni di. Ye tie ne say de Paul Adom akire ye no enye Manhyia na okosom wo mu o. No aka say ebia ohene na obobo mu din no ana ma na ejapade bi so onhwe so ana wanhwe so ye dabi we ye Ghana ejapade Ghana Airways Company Limited and ye fan say onya board chair enti we enye Manhyia ejapade and ye de share Paul Adom akire nsa say onhwe so emfama oman Ghana dabi we ye Ghana ejapade sorry we ye Ghana ejapade a ese onya den ono Paul Adom akire no onda no no hwe so na se de Ghana ejapade e ma o se hwe so a na se mre no si se Ghana for se be account for ejapade no a obi bia other voices bi e won nchen a ehu abeg bia no kan hunu se sa other voices no and pay attention to those voices. Tiemiye. Because those voices, no, ebe cause a hindrance, a number distracting the system of what? Accountability. It would tear there. Paul Adom akire eba abontin obeka ye no a utumi hu se nyansa ampemfo se wu nyansa no bi wa no akasa no one ne sa ahemfofo no a waba omu din no omu ni bi because so omu obi a they will ask the system to investigate Paul Adom akire. But I am so woman bintino. They are meddling themselves into a partisan politics route. It would tear the painful no air canoa. A junior dear no. Woman nibi. San said, so your ma will be position or mine ma will be position say ye the way ya show nsa na hwe so a emre ni dua na so adwuma no kwa awie ya o mine no wo ho kwan say oye dey o investigative edi say ye the fie show nsa say oh ye tu kwan aba na hwe fie no so a ye ba e fie no agapade na ye de show nsa na ye wo ho kwan ye busa so ye kono fire koto ye kon ye jaw 2 TVs bi wo ebia living room wo first living room second living room ye jaw ABCD ye nkon ta asem nyoma ni nyina ye pepepepa bibia de na kwem pepepa ye wo ho kwan as oman no si ehwehwe nsem ye hwehwe nsem a eno nche se chinchina atwan wadi boni bi And as a chinchine trying, undi bonibi. The Chinese say we want accountability. And we need to encourage the system. I bet me man paying for accountable to us as citizens. Because they are public servants. They are not public lords. I'll be Lord myself over us. Like I say, intimate come anymore some intimate so more question. Intimate so more question because the omo pair and omo ye there be. I see a bisa more questions. Indeed, Paul Adomachi, I invite you by OSP. Your role I invite you as OSP, no, because you are a former board chairperson at the Ghana Airport Company Limited. In the same way, you should want some more. I had then or be NPP party members. A comment she say, "Yanko kancha ahemfofo e wo menhia say, ya chi Paul Adomachi ya NPP ye member ntino menhia fo mfafo ne mfrɛ o mampanyini any ministers any OSP no mo ye adwuma ne say yenjai Paul." Once you take a public office, you must be ready to account for your stewardship. Tiemie. Usro accountability, makano ha say, se usro accountability, men kwaji abanye adwuma. What am I say? Usro accountability, men kwaji abanye adwuma. Because some person will be beside a question ABCD. I don't know if I can do a juma name no. Oji juma. And this is very, very sad. And so when you are called, that's your same menshia. The question is a menshia in Ghana Airport Company Limited, you know. Relationship bear and a womb. Huh? Mention the Ghana Airport Authority, no company limited, no. Why should Menshia be delving into the affairs of Ghana Airport Company Limited? Ana sikano alleged sikano esi we wia no ana krono awabo no obe onik Menshia fo na be che ya na. Ntina nanamu a Paul bo mudi no. Mumbra bontin tentemwa na mumbe yimano sa de Paul wo ka no nokure nim ko Paul onim asem e ka to nkofo so onim ye pa enti sanya nokure a esi ahene tu ahene fo a mote manhia fo no mumbra bontin na mumbe yimano because you see mo na mo ye man nkofo de o ma no etia mo no Temiye. Muna moye ewo menhia wa enkofo kasatia mo. Because you see Gama unte say yebebo Gama nchedin, unte say yebebo ewulai tiburukusudin, unte say yebebo kinkekwa kabitin, unte say yebebo empemfo ahemfo na agima bedum unte te saa nneoma no. Because we need to allow the Lord to work. Na mo no mo kwa akosra ma Paul Adomachi. How many times na masra ma mebune maba wa motimo mpeso aso a ebi okowia ko obi momone okowia aben eye oyi a friends otwene binim kwan bi a ye che no mumu han san na modrin ka dru mikase ye ko police station akodwane atoa edi ensem hunu no edi ensem hunu no edi no oboboye no osini pain semu ewo menhia na matemudin a momra bonten na momba issue e communicate emfanche Ghana for say etesa ana entesa because asefem And we need to name and shame these people. Because say name what mention na say obi kwaye boni na say oh yen kata na so yemu aso dia. E say mo endorse corruption o. Mo endorse say akromfo enoso wo krom. Akromfo enkoso no mo nya nneoma fon ne nneoma boni ntia wo man no. Is that the society we want to build? Where we endorse criminality in our communities? And you see, Esa Paul Adumochre, Mumani warning, say, or nyana semwa emanim fa menshia mbata ho. Because I am for no obo mudino. Meje di samotias munwuye. Enra ne ne yade munwuye so semawu. Timumrantam na mumbeyi mano awa asem a Paul Adumochre ede atomo so. Mumbeyi mano wo ho enya saa people will tag menshia. Even though you said to be a true UP tradition, menshia momo bomodian bafo akotomu contributed to the formation of the new patriotic, the UP, a year a friend is a political party, the NLM also yenim. But we don't want to believe say any name so be the bonia. No be your bonia. Menshia beka say yanko pacho no more for authority, so authority eh. Why should menshia get themselves involved with such behavior? Why? Untesa the royal kingdom. What UK kruma. Boni be senior say, Ohini afa phone say munjai di pakrowi. I mean, come on. And see. Intimunya na ntem na momra bontene. Na mbeka nche Ghana for say. Sa suban fini suban fono a Paul ye no. E mane mfa menhia mbata ho. Na menhia supporti. Menhia supportu se mrani nya adwuma e wo man Ghana mu. And this is very, very bad. You see, you see, the other day I was sat here and I told you about Atu Asian, pastors be president. Not president, emphasis uncle for the cause. No more jina baby, pretty so. And said, you're a president, your mama won't Dear Ntina, wo friend, you are calling the president to who are beg for people, or me deep bonny, a tia mine. What kind of society are we building? Where people who ought to know better and act better, no, are now the same people fighting against the corruption. And call for a fight here. Corruption, no, we want to fight against, no. See, the mumo no, what Jinana must there be young penny, young fight against corruption. And then when we are corrupt, we will call you people by your names. Because this is very, very bad. And now the SC is so, and now the SC entertaining. Citizen, pa otinene. Look. Intimensia for the we the esremwa, e mamu 24 hours. Who am I? Seven mamu 24 hours. Na me adma watch na momrantem na mbe issue communicate na monka no krene magana phone no krene wo yen time menhia yen chiri menhia ba ye pese mra na ye adwuma ntimuntu nkofo Ghana for say unye ready say obe accounting for your stewardship member bontene emba meka say a friend say meka say ya chipola do much nti yenja no menshia for yes you beba be mamo 24 hours otiase ai sa pepepe ladies and gentlemen yen to aso ne yankum na And then come on the endorse, come on endorse. Oh, now Mahu a friend is saying Kevin a Kobedu Taylor Moshiana na Moshiano ana yes one conco Triesica is Ankomah say or Kevin Taylor. Na a friend is saying Kevin Taylor the neka. A quite ben soon obey neka. Yankonian cocking kind. City News. Me for a story in free City News. RainbowRadioOnline.com so I publish it. Now, I see is Ankomah chases Kevin Taylor with judgment in 2.95 million Ghana cedis defamation suit. I say private legal practitioner is Annan Ankomah has initiated moves to enforce the judgment he won against social media commentator Kevin Ekobeidu Taylor in a defamation suit in February 2020. Mr. Ankomah won his defamation suit against Kevin Taylor with the Accra High Court, ordering Taylor to pay a total of 2.95 million Ghana cedis in damages. Hey, wow. Yes, kaketwa. Kevin Taylor has been out of the jurisdiction until recently. On Saturday, August 2nd, 2025, the following an order for substituted service granted by the court, giving Mr. Ankomah the leave to serve Kevin Taylor with the entry of judgment and penal notice by substituted service by a one-time publication, half-page graphic publication in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Mr. Ankomah went ahead with a publication that indicates that Kevin Taylor has been served with a judgment. Mr. Ankomah had sued Kevin Taylor with his firm, Loud Silence, and demanded 10 million Ghana cedis as damages for dragging his name in the mud. Drag my name in the mud. Hey, when the I say 50 cent naira paper. And I say when I drag my name through the mud and I'll come up clean. Some rap bisa, rap lines be also. Bone tax so na rap lines be all. Into us way. Kevin Taylor, through his production company, Loud Silence, has released weekly videos, documentaries dubbed with all due respect on controversial issues which were then circulated on social media platforms. He accused Mr. Ankomah in one of his videos of allegedly being involved in a scheme by a Dubai business mineral firm and some top members of the New Patriotic Party government of planning to destroy the CEO of Embattled Men's Good and Apia Mensa, also known as Number One. Mr. Ankomah subsequently filed the defamation suit, and the allegations made against him were malicious and had brought his hard-earned reputation into hatred, ridicule, discredit, contempt, vilification, reproach, great distress, and emotional trauma. Hey! Nipa baako, enioma nko Kevin Taylor course no na brabo no. Boy. Oh boy, ai. It's Ankomah, oh boy, ai. Walla, one person. And then Kevin Taylor, your friend is saying, oh, the madman of Gadara na. And I was some kwa betina ni mua, what two about wabetina wo is Ankomah mun any. Come on. Let's be serious. But anyway, my main to us. Hey, hatred, ridicule, discredit, contempt, vilification, reproach, great distress, and emotional trauma. Hey, when there's a god, this tsunami come. Hey, I say, let me continue. Hi. So the Accra High Court, presided over by Justice Kwekuti Aka Boafu. Hey, Boafu pa, Aka Boafu pa. On Monday, February 2024. On Monday, February 24th, 2020, gave judgment and ordered the United States-based Kevin Taylor to pay the damages for defamatory comments made on his social media program dubbed With All Due Respect. Mr. Ace Ankomah was represented in court by Mr. Thaddeus Sorry with Marie Nicole Poku. Mr. Taylor, on his part, was however absent and was also represented in court. He has also not been seen in Ghana for a long time until recently. Asemo. Now, I remember the breakdown of Sikana. I say the breakdown of the damages in general, damages of 2 million Ghana cedis, aggravated damages 500,000 Ghana cedis, exemplary damages of 400,000 Ghana cedis. Essentially, hi. Then some say Kevin Taylor so do your boss from pa o no akose sa nneema we nyina nipa baako. Hey. Well, I'm into us where I don't judge. I only read and then you be the judge. Say whether say killer bitua and na killer ntua. Killer so there. Or then I'm the Facebook no hwehwe ne account to. O see account ne hwe kura nim. Natadio sorry pa. Now make us also a feeling man no. Na went to o client nefu. Anyway, or a lawyer, so a juma. Tadio sorry, one of Ghana's fantastic lawyers. Also, the court also ordered a year perpetual injunction to restrain the publication of further material and asked the defendant to publish an apology within 14 days, as well as mandatory injunction compelling the defendant to remove the offending materials within 14 days and cost of 50,000 Ghana cedis. Ebusian seminar ewa. Na main kind kakra the court no asema court ne kind. Or say the court described Taylor's comment as cavalier, and said that when the plaintiff Ace Ankomah called his bluff and dared him by suing him, Taylor did not have the cajons to respond in spite of him, Taylor, creating the impression of being able to appear anywhere to defend his bombastic video. Hey, Mr. Lover. We call Mr. Bombastic, say Miss Fantastic. Just like us, Mr. Bombastic. We don't feel lyrics in the cry. Those days. You bet 20 and more lyrics, no word for word. Interesting. Taylor did not have the cajons to respond in spite of him, Taylor, creating the impression of being able to appear anywhere to defend his bombastic video. What a shock. Boom, Mr. Bombastic. I will say, I'm into us, no, na. Hey, Charlie Ghana, mon party, Obina Kaya. I say, a TV channel, I'm saying, I'm coupon because a comedy. I'm into us. Also, the court held that it had jurisdiction in the matter because although the defendants are outside Ghana, the defamatory matter was intended to be shared in Ghana, received a considerably interest in Ghana, was downloaded in Ghana, where the plaintiff has ties, and the injury to the plaintiff in Ghana was foreseeable. The court further held that it was the proper forum and had jurisdiction. In awarding the that extent of damages, the court took it into consideration how widely the video's outrageous and malicious contents were circulated, the insults to the plaintiff by the other person following the publication of the matter, naming some of those persons. Taylor's malevolence, spite, and his reprehensible conduct and egregious conduct, and held that offends the court's sense of decency. Hey. I was your question and I say, killer betia na killentia. Bro, fuctintia became malevolence, as a friend is a spite, a reprehensible, egregious. Just say, bro, for me, no killer betia na killentia. We Kevin obitia na untia. Killer what plus 233 on any wife. Omo wiki babu. It's Ankomah. Killer, you can't come to Ghana. He came to Ghana. You can't come to Kumasi. He landed. Killer was seen at a year plus 233. That's what should they say him at Tadia for 2 days. And so much mean Killer no. And yes, no killer. Killer ni eti they say adokwe. Killer no ni tinti na they say a friend said dwarf. And so ntimi nkwa killer ho enkwa die sika. Yentumi nkwa killer won kwa kire ni shege. Na killer ne yere tiwo ana omububo dompem. Na mo chocho bombastic messages. Charlie. we bad that too. We bad that sikanashi. Sikanashi. Anyway, we the connect there. Say emremu na yegyina so. Nti se ne tie bia no I hope say killer ntua but to the bia killer for the respect of rule of law e bia killer ebomodi akwa akutua no settle we bia. And I hope say Kevin and his team will do the needful and see how best this court case, no? I mean, whether it's be appealing, now almost striking it out, and now say killer beko, now killer kakwa kutia. What you say? Aha, it's with you. You are kwakushe. Killer bitia, killer bitia. What you say? This is killer no kwa or no. What in the page and or hen account. Or sisi kebi enim. Ezeki kenim so dia killer bitia. On a court so dia uko quarter. Enya by force say e kase kotua sika quarter. Obetam sika ni nyina de akoma ni pakro no. Obetimi aka actual court so you my lord metua but this is the term betimi etua no. Based on my finances. Me unemployed. Me ni sika. Di my lord e bia me file for bankruptcy. So many ways of killing a cat too. Yeah, cheap all ado much. Also, oni fie, on see fie, oni landed house, landed property bia. Otini fie, also oni fie, on to fie, on see fie. And so they be okay say my house in Teshin West, my house. Yeah, chain no there, also oni fie. Eti killer and so betime use a year friend say. What I say, So at the end of the day, the most important thing is say killer si untia. What I say, killer untia. Bye. Anyway, my friend no is you wanna go yen other conversation because you want sema yebeka bebre. Yenko NPP in hot waters. If you are near call DStv versus multi-choice DStv versus Ura Sam George. It yebeka NPP in hot waters no. Assembly nyina no efa NPP one say asem kese BSc. And you see, when I sit here and I talk about MPP, my culture say, Obana meka MPP asemo join me, support me. Na yambuama MPP no engu. What you say? Me say then join me, boa me. na yema MPP party near the engu, because that will be a good news for every Ghanaian. Na ina mebe chiro mu di entia make kasa. Now, yankona yanhwe assemwe. See, Ukraine agency Brandcom threatens legal action against NPP over unpaid propaganda service against JDM in 2024 elections. Now, here's a year what MSN, a year www.msn.com. And so, actually, see, Ukraine agency Brandcom demands $280,000 from Ghanaian party. A Ghanaian political party is facing accusation of collaborating with foreign PR specialists to discredit a rival candidate in Ghana. So what it is, they say, reference me aboy, Austin Wakwab, Nadia Michamina, Bushan Famoy, and Mamuna Makwab. Pardon me. Now, I see Ukraine agency from Brandcom. Na yakwakoto aba 2024 abato. Ana MPP for ebo wo pa. Now, tie pa no omo bo no. Omo bo mo pa so omo nya den. Omo bo mo pa se omo kan sam fin engu John Mahama ho. Asɛm anya nokre omo nkanto John Mahama so. Je se yentwa ntwato so ento John Mahama so. Yeme MDC political party in looking bad and evil in the eyes of the Ghanaian. And omo boss a company Brandcom no omo bo ne pa. And ono so execute adwuma no pepepe edema MPP for. It was ye adwuma no a waye awie no. MPP for nkonko tua. Omusu omuntia. Kila ntia na ya dosu. MPP for say omuntia. $280. $280,000. Edema Brandcom. Now, the Brandcom demands Mibusa Grok say asɛm a yɛka no nokora bi wɔ mu anaa nokora nim kɔmɛ hunu sɛ MPP foɔ nso de communique bi press bi abɛto abɔntene sɛ ntrɔ nokora bi anim MPP foɔ deɛ saa na ɔmo te ɔmo nua ɔmo ba ne Paul Adomɔkye wote aseɛ aha ɔmo yɛ atoro adiifoɔ ɔse appears legitimate. The Brandcom demands appears legitimate based on verified report from All Africa and independent probes showing Kiev friends and linked evidence. MPP has not publicly responded or denied the 280,000 claims. If unpaid, legal escalation could reveal more details. Now, MPP for Babontinia Mecca send no crabby him, and I make a choice MPP for no, or me a trade for. Tomo can semwa emien jomundi. There are a lot of instances UGNDC a friend is a MPP dia you are doing so at your own peril. Instances be brave wa MPP for try and throw. Instances be brave wa MPP for the I can't semai the ato my Ghana yeso. So clearly MPP the nya dey say the yeji omudi. MPP there and you say the yeji omudi. Because yeji omudi at the end of the day, no, and your man wa ye wo my Ghana muno sa your man MPP subai no tiano subai no tiano. Ye jiwo mudia to our own peril. It will affect yankasa or my Ghana. It will be shamun tiemi. Now, the Atiana say MPP a political party bia. Omo ye wicked. Na me betray the intra. Omo wicked na any. The same thing MPP tia Jomama no. Oma ye tia Dr. Kwame Nkrumah in 1957. NPP fought against the independence of Ghana. Now, Omukutia, the independence of Ghana, Ghana G independence, no? They became bitter against Kwame Nkrumah. So what they did, they said, Akufo-Addo in 1957, the Busuafo ebesiki political asylum in UK. And they used the UK media and newspaper, Ebimo, to peddle lies against Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. They took photos in other African countries, na entokwa ekoso hanga ewo, and omu painting on front pages said this is what it was happening in Ghana. When in actual sense, it was fake news, fake reportage. They painted Kwame Nkrumah so bad to the extent said the image of Kwame Nkrumah was dented in Europe and America. And when they almost striking, they got the help from the CIA and other agencies to help them overthrow Kwame Nkrumah. That is the reason why I say NPP is a wicked political party. You see, the attorney said, over this particular news reportage here, this newspaper in Semia, or my publish here, don't take it say a joke. Because it goes a long way to affect us as a nation. In life, there were good men and good women. I see our time. No, the Yenyane say, Yenya a good man in the person of John Dramani Mahama. Now, can you imagine, say behind the scenes and also on social media, on the internet, radio, TV, yemu be and fighting against the NPP. And and can the corrupt political party of NPP would have broken that so-called eight, no, to continue the mess. The operation recover all loot, exposing TB. So you see the dangerous NPP here. What happened to Kwame Nkrumah in 1966? And Shasia Dako, it was orchestrated. They set the agenda. And then they what? They got the ball rolling. And they started bombarding in foreign media. Negative news about Kwame Nkrumah. Went to schools, colleges. Sent BBC reports. Media people. What do you think about Kwame Nkrumah? Ghana phone Quran because so Kwame Nkrumah is a good man. No ma fetchre. Ako fan Quran be when we say near mom musika mom tough say that Nkrumah is a bad man. NPP is a wicked political party. Now I'm not saying it just for views. Oh no. I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart. You see, the ideology, what more behind the so-called NPP ideology are wicked men. And no one person Ghana because. And that is why Rollins at the time told us to say, NPP, you know, they only changed their name, but they remain the same. Because it's Dankwa, Dombo, Buzia, Keno Fuyata, Akufo-Addo's family behind this particular ideology. That is why I tell any Ghanaian, say, if you are rightful thinking Ghanaian, you would not belong, you will not join this wicked political party that even from the beginning, they never believed in the independence of Ghana. So you see, that is the NPP. They know how to do this best. Let me tell you something. You want me to shock you? Let me shock you. I want someone I could so insecurity here and there. Adeɛ bɛkye yɛ kum obi ato ha. Adeɛ bɛkye yɛ kum obi ato ha. Adeɛ bɛkye yɛ kum obi ato ha. It happen in Ghana. Sorry, no. Hey, don't be surprised. MPP political party could be behind it. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. MPP political party could be the ones behind this so-called Ekumekumkuma AC or Ghana. Don't be surprised. Minyina swani say, Kulungungu bombe. Kwame Nkrumah. Ye bombo nkwada. Omunye boni we wiase da. I mean, how can you be so wicked? On the war, on the battlefront. Unwa koda nkwa koda. It's even against United Nations policies on human rights. But MPP, a bombon kwadanke tinketo to topaye. Because ye perceive Kwame Nkrumah, ye mind say be kumkwadafra. Not they don't omuni empathy and omuni sa teman omuni bi. Tinkwada be wu no omuni Kwame Nkrumah be wu dia enya hwe. See, and that is why I'm a operation ye. Me baha mon support na mon share video no na quite chichi. Because Kwame Nkrumah nya sa opportunity na nya nkofo bi ama na and tell the story of Nkrumah and CPP. Etienne yen na say we have to tell the story and watch and be careful of the NPP party. You're dangerous. Hey, man, for me, Niagara. Don't just hear say, oh, it's just a name, NPP party, oh, it's a political party, let me join. Hey, obey Bibia. Busaon say, this political party, no, woman, why? Can I pay for so ya busa? Can you feel beyond your come? Aquaware. And your association beyond your join. And then I'm Roberts for Hong Kong joining. Sam Roberts, what now joining war? Because you see yourself say you are not an armed robber and you don't belong to that society. This all TMPP. That means I'm a Trana because Dr. Ren MPP is not in power. Why are you still talking about MPP? MPP is not in power, I don't care. But I'll talk about MPP to open the eyes of Ghanaians not to join that wicked and evil political party. Maybe they know. Emra, ya papa no pa grant mo eti UGCC. Kwame Nkrumah be join bia. Ohunu ne say, sa dankwa sa ye friend say buziafo no sa oforia tamono omunye ready say wo man ne beje fan wodie because wo man ne fan wodie no aye agi no ye gi a enye wo mo de ebe breaki wo mo relationship with Akwesi Broni abroni no ye nananom sa no mo from ti say 25th December bi edom say abro na enya ye friend bronya ya corrupt word no and ya combine na aba ba ye bronya abro na enya. These people have always been friends of people. A woman pe Ghana ye and dog Ghana and Kosovo. So when I sit here and I'm telling you about MPP, I say utie me. Now buame. Near taking it as a national duty to ensure say the NPP political party will collapse and not be any attractive. What will say? Now, Dr. Ren, some people are not attractive. Adena, Ebanisa, ebe affecting a multi-party democracy, no? And we need opposition party to be. NPP said, put the government on their toes. No. You need responsible Ghanaians to put the NDC political party on their toes. You don't need a political party. I won't believe in Ghanaians. I won't be anti-Ghanaian to function. Because they always think about themselves. Property owning democracy. They're always about me. What can we get? What can we steal? What can we steal for our family? What can we steal for our unborn generation? What can we steal? That is NPP for you. And that is why they will spend almost $300,000 to pay Brandcom. Se onkan semfin to mahama so onye ntwato so na yikotua sika so obi nye ntwato so na ekobo denkofo. When you can work and you can work and people will see your works, and based on your works people will vote for you, but because they are lazy cocoons, they will not work. They will rather pay somebody to attack their opponent, denigrate the opponent. That is MPP for you. Woman says, "Sir, this is a change MPP best son." You are joking. MPP is Satan. The evil will not change. The evil man will never change. Just understand this. That is a bonsama sakrada. No. MPP is a sasabonsam on se sada. Die watiano, watine, tichina, wachinechi, sa no betie. The one you say, oh, me join MPP na me kwa komo ma sachera. Wo kwa wo na sachera wo. You become like them. When Jani and Frim, no one ko bow wansu. No one kwa me yamfa. Na nano man hwia peteshibi am good for man je wo kra. Yankwa sorry the man ko baptize o. Yamvan ko ram mosque. And now whatever your faith ewum. Na one power chia. O MPP mo a. Omo na be sesa wadwene. Because moment a wode wo nyansa ekono. O meje wo nyansa na to no ma bo ato bin mu. No omo di wo mo bin ball anioma na gu trim. No omo di wakoma no omo the bitterness ashame. Ti wonnam a anything about Ghanaian bia no. Ekoso a etumpon bia no. Bo se wani nji. Because you are full of bitterness. When Susu said, the Ghana na Kwame Nkrumah can say, the black man is capable of managing their own affairs. No, when Susu said, a bit to me, MPP for Susu. So when Nkrumah was building Akosombo Dam, they said, a crokiti say, and then I will build the Akosombo Dam. Now, where the other band, now you need expertise, no, Ghana for Kromunko Suku, or me ignorant, or me crassy for. Nkrumah said, but the one built it. And truly we build Akosombo Dam. Yeah, building a friend saying, Tema motorway, Makachero, go and research. Motorway, you build it, be what Ghana, not England. Now there was no motorway. There's no more a bypass. You can't say bypass is a motorway. But then Nkrumah build a motorway. Come say, a motorway need here. Well, your contractors, no, civil engineers, no way. Nkrumah said, we will give the Ghanaian, no, I won't go school, no. Yeah, better because Ghana, you know, is a born creative already. You only say chere not supervisor, no. Or better say no ye ampa. The BBC reports are there. I say Ghanaians building motorway, 33 kilometers motorway, no. It was going to take them 10 years to build motorway. And Nkrumah says, well, what can 10 years? What do you mean 10 years? 33 kilometers. And Ghanaians build motorway. Motorway no way. When you see 20 years, 10 years, near to 2 years, say. Quiet motorway. And see, I say, a giant and their car there. where they are, we on expiry date, but look at the years. I am saying proper maintenance. And don't say NPP time. Woman call your maintenance. Motor when I concrete, nobody asphalt air party so. NPP mindset na make sure we know. I'm to say bonsam. Oh, person almost say I've got friends. I used to be in a political party. I made the greatest mistake of my life. I apologized. I've been baptized. We hear me over. Become a no cracker. Sonocranim. Because it's based with fact and evidence. They are making Kenya. Yes, me boom it. Maybe me file document. Me na I'm very excited because idea. Yesuyan ye dey go ye trim to me ba me share. To you know say ma make you reference point. No, na ma catch no. No akwa cooking kind. So you see, our God sent, the God sent of Africa, because of propaganda and jandamunti, we lost the greatest African. Imagine if that propaganda or that jandam was stopped. Rashid. Imagine if that jandam, that propaganda by the UP tradition, Ghanaians were able to stop that propaganda. And Nkrumah would have done exploit. Because at the time, the Malaysians and the Singaporeans and the Taiwans and the Vietnamese were nowhere near to the development of Ghana. These are records you can read and check. You can research. They were nowhere near us. I said the Hong Kong people, even in China, they were nowhere near us at the time. You can just read and research. Don't just take my word for it. Say, yeah, sexy, don't just take my word. Just research. That's why when I speak here, I say research. We were far better than many of these European countries. As a matter of fact, in 1920, 1925 to 1930, go and check the records. When you were talking about millionaires in the world, now you can't the power grant account. He had companies in Germany. He had companies in Frankfurt, Cologne, Düsseldorf, and those places. He had companies in England, Liverpool, Manchester, Scotland, and now full and no employer. Go out there and see. So when some people go to Abrochire for the first time, no more dig Ghana for them. There's women in MBA here. They are the UP people. They are trained UP sons and daughters, trained MPP boys and girls who don't believe in the black man. It's no fault of theirs. Sanya they are to I'm for to me. We believe that Ghana is capable. The Ghanaian is capable. And we are capable. But you see, jandam, propaganda collapsed and destroyed the continent of Africa. When Nelson Mandela was asked, you came out of prison, which one man would you have loved to meet? He said, even before I went to prison, I was looking forward to meet one man. The reporter asked him, who is this man? He said, he comes from Ghana. He's a great man. And when I was in prison, I read about that man, meditating on his word and his ideology. You know that man? He's a Ghanaian. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He said, I came to Ghana looking for him, searching for him. And I didn't get the opportunity. That was when I got a Ghanaian passport to travel to Europe. Yes. The South Africans usually use Ghanaian passport to travel. So don't let somebody say somewhere and talk gibberish and make you feel that being a Ghanaian is like something bad. I say, no. We had great start because we had a great man. Our forefathers were not just non-entities. They were brilliant men and women. They had conviction. They spoke truth. They were men and women of upright. Until that parasite, NPP, infested us with their bitterness, with their greed, with their wickedness. And they stole the hearts of many Ghanaians and led them astray. So when you see me here, and I sit here and I'm talking about NPP, allow me. Just like today's Sunday service, I didn't go to church today, let me be honest. But this is my Sunday service to you. Now, when it comes to politics of our nation, Ghana, let us not make that mistake again. In 1957, we made a mistake. In 2000, we made a mistake. And in 2016, we made a mistake. 3 times we've made those mistakes. 3 times have we made those mistakes. I don't think that we should allow it for a 4th mistake. Now, I've heard Kennedy Akompre Japan. One Kwesi Pratt had an interview, and I watched the interview. Let me be honest. It was a fantastic interview. The man Kennedy Japan. But I think somebody should advise Kennedy Japan. You see, I look up to Kwame Nkrumah. He is my mentor. And I said, Kennedy, you are in a wrong political party then. You better resign. Be bold and resign. Because the ideology of which you are following is evil ideology. Nothing good can they offer Ghanaians. So leave that ideology. Leave that political party. And catch, you can go and join CPP. I'm being honest here. Because if Kwame Nkrumah is your mentor and the political party that you join, you will invest money into, our leaders are from JB Dankwa, Dambo, Buzia, Korean Safo, wicked people. I don't know what JB Dankwa. Onye Foko. I don't know what Kufuado, Edward, Edin. Aya William Kufuado, Papa. William Kufuado no one bonidi. I don't know one Buzia din. Because so many MP before. So you see, the person me catch and say, Onoa Kennedy no, wajia tumisa ni party no. Enyansafo. Any more, omoye patriotic sons in him. That is why I call ball Kwame Nkrumah. You will be the name say Kwame Nkrumah. Why you be? You don't hide and use Kwame Nkrumah's name to make NPP look as if say Omo ni papa, Omo ni bi. You better jump out of the ship and form your own political party, or better join the CPP and make Ghana for who say ampa. Uji Kwame Nkrumah dina who believe in Kwame Nkrumah. Na baby I want it. These are people who destroyed Kwame Nkrumah, tarnished his image. I will say, I was our party name. And you also the same party na pojina okase mo Kwame Nkrumah no. So Kennedy is full of contradictions. I like the way he's straightforward. He may not be a perfect man, but I think he said he better leave the NPP party and join CPP. And it's a passionate appeal to him. Because what the party know about Kwame Nkrumah me information I mean say amount for Kutiano. E kasetiano, Kufuado mo kasetiano. Ken Oforiata mo kasetiano, Gabi Asarichi or Chedako mo kasetiano. Because omono tam kasiye ene Kwame Nkrumah dina wobono. Omon pen hasem. Omo chile no kokokokoko. And so Kwame Nkrumah de wambe yo omo boni yo. Womo ne ye ne boni. Womo ne ton Kwame Nkrumah nsem. Senior Nanu Akufo-Addo Koshia, American Secretary of State. Na woka my Ghana ECOWAS meeting wonsem. O di kwakonsa. Sa no omo tie. Free tete. Omo ya kwakonsa fo. Me see dey free tete omo ya dey akwakonsa fo. Omo mpe no kore. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, achero de ntia ehse me no mienu aye kutia jandam no yesa wo chene bi no ye behwe Ghana adepa obi a wotima wa akoma wa adwene pa what the solutions to help solve our problems and all obi a odo wo man Ghana fo nyina na onye yi mu no nka sese me die nimu akokofu bobo ye mpaase o sa na MPP tie to join Dr. Ren. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Because me the Makacho said, my agenda no say MPP will never come back to power. Political party fufu beti mi ati. Ne numpuma tu fu say, what is your new political party bia? Busa say, why mu ne share chiri? E mo bi nkofa mask. Embe shene nim no akoyi mask na to wo. There be kakamu to bibia. Busa say, why am I share chiri? So what is a dankwa? Dombo, Ekufu, Ado, Oforiata, Busiamu, Ebusia for Kasa political party no men join it. Free war, because woman, Omania de pa Emma Ghana. Omasi sa womudin from UPR na bedu MPP. Omuti sasa sabonsam. With many different names. Omu ye wicked and evil. And I'm telling you Ghanaians, and you have to take it. Run with it. Let's prevent them not to get closer to the seat of governance. I want to me anymore. You want to 1966. Munya to me no more say oh my Ghana. I want to say so mu wie japade e bon ho ban e de ma wo mo ma. Tutia Akufo-Addo prayer. Ni papa yosikeni, ni papa ye kromfo sa na ese woka no because omo ba ye no property owning democracy no omo be je Ghana for any awo for japade. Ntinya so ye osikeni bi. Ghana japade no omo hwiaye. In 2000, Ura Kofo anso bai. We saw Kofo the obeye. Redenomination, a dear Ben, Ghana, and Nema Bebre. We saw it. Ana woman kasa almighty Satan. Nanadu dankwe Akufo-Addo bae. If $1, 1 CD. In the times of John Mahama, $1, 2 cedis. If I was them, I would say to Ghanaians, we are sorry. I am sorry. We are going to go and think about ourselves. But the monies under the table is so sweet that they don't want to go. At that time, no, I said dollar no was 2 cedis when you exchange it to Ghana cedis. The $1 no exchange it was just 2 cedis. And this man shouted on top of his voice, that he will resign. I just want to show you the character of a chameleon. I want to show you the character of Satan. I want to show you the character of Lucifer. That is what, or that is who the NPP. Read about Satan. Study Satan. That is the NPP. Satanic people coming together, forming an association in the name of a political party. They have nothing good to offer Ghanaians. And that is why Afenyo Markins will tell you that we need to build a new chamber. Forget about Ghanaians. We need to build a new hospital for us as MPs. Not the Ghanaian. We deserve to be called special people because we are special. Hi, la la. And I wonder why these young men and women listen to them. It's because they have not been told who they are. The NPP. Awu aboa wo. Ukofa ne be fia entrese odowo. Entrese onyawa onka wo. Emre ni du a obe bite. Na wo bite wa or the most poisonous and or be raw rhythm. Na wo wuntem. When a Kufuado got power, see denier hata. Obaye o free so na see the near say. Bibisa utie me. O free so na see the near say. Obefa see the 4 cities. Oko 16 cities 50 pesos. Me kaka 17 cities 50 pesos. MPP for frame say there be the matumu 1 city. Oh, say people want Jimmy Power MPP ni mo. Yeah, manon koko chairman kan ye kra. Make sense to say we should watch and pray. Not just that. When I say watch, it means we should be careful. When I say we should pray, it means to say we should act and stop the NPP. Tinokrana me catch Lee, Cecil Marco, my friend Michelle, Rakamara Michelle. So, no crano, I said no crancy and twisted. Young fananti, young family brapa. Now, young come ya say and call be the multi-choice. Now, multi-choice for say. Omani Sam George, it will become assemble and AC. Sam George said, pardon me. A quite multi-choice for the Ghana for Faso. And your quine pa. Adanya, omusi kana, omu charges, no boy de dodo. Inti, multi-choice for nye bibi mfa. Multi-choice for say, omu nye bibi mfa. Sam George said, by 7th August, manye bibi amfa ho a yebeje mo license Ephraim nsem na ya shut mo down. Multi choice for say omonte se odogo bi no abe emfa ho omo mfi kra. Now Sam George a year asem your can when a year the Governance Accountability Series as a communication minister, omiti the press, our kasa eche Ghana for. Owie no de eye the package editor or say facts are secret. Now, I'm making kind Sam George do myself. Now we are making some actually. Or say, I have considered levels of taxation, depreciation of currencies, and population of markets, and come to the firm conclusion that Ghanaians are being charged an unfair and unreasonable price for the bouquet on DStv. The National Communication Authority Ghana would act to protect Ghanaian consumers if no consideration is made to reduce prices for God and country. Jata Sam George. Well, see, under the administration, we will not permit the broadcast of ritual content, fetish practices, or money doubling scheme on television. Now, Fenoto Nchen, now one he was dealing directly with Ghanaians, and people are almost serving your content. And what a friend is saying, your screens. Now, Yemfa a year package no. Oba Ghana, population of 34.5 million. One more premium, a year multi-choice DStv, almost on $82.40. Compact, almost on $54.30. $54.30 a year cent. I mean, can I say? Uchre now the ban Nigeria, a population of 233 million. Omo premium no. Omo ton. Ye ton 82 a year dollars 40 cents no. Nigeria for the $29. Liberia for the $61. Anna Angola the $33. Anna Botswana and so the $61. Now, there's some George H. say, and ya they are buying we ebe tena wire hwan ama obi be free amanone in the name of say ye be adwuma ye be investors na ye tai kano. I mean, can we be in Ghana for? And I will say this, and I'll be blunt. A bad leadership, and my adrenaline say we need certain form of investors. Bad leadership. I am fair non twincher because that one is another conversation on its own. This particular multi-choice, if we say, Sam George and Sam now work Canada. And ya the bed day, the bay dreamer. No say, it is not tenable to reduce DStv prices in the manner proposed. Multi-choice response to Sam George. Very good. It's multi-choice of what we want to say, and ya the bed Ombesi sound musicano. It is 7th August. There's some George Peso Ibiano on ye. Now, on the way and Kofobi back Ghana in the name of investors, Ombe take advantage, disrespect the Ghanaian with impunity, as if saying, Omo ye in favor. Now, ufa san kofo ya. Ubebusa ho se. Omo na eboa Ghana na ase ye boa wo. Ubeka se. Enyina ye boa ye ho. Pase ye boa ye ho de a. Then it means say enye se ba ko chiti ba ko. Dia de ntina. Ya hwe ya ema omo chiti ye. Now, omu chiti yen because the Ghanaian persona, no attitude, no behavior, character, no ye jai manenka and fire. After a day in the year, we shall overcome. We have that resilient aware. And we infant na mobra. Utayesa ube wu. Because people will take you for granted. They will take your leniency as a weakness. To the Ompebiano, Omo de Jau. Now these people are here multi-choice. No? Omo ye French, Omo free France. Honest, no, are ye French people. And let me tell you something. Omo ye very, very can we use word to be bad? Yes, you may use. Omo ye racist. Omo ebu nipa tuntum se onye nipa. And the French people, they don't respect at all. And you see, yajiji almost watch it in the name of Omo bien nyuma ma Ghana for. Into di na Ghana for. E ugu adwuma no Ghana for kwa kwetena fie. And get decided and Quebec say the British colony no neocons no they should take over. Na nkomonda so nye colonia yenyo na omundi yenim. Because some also provide 1 or 2 jobs here and there. But the question is, behind the jobs that no more creating, na sign no more Ghana for. And intima Ghana for sorry jina yenaso. Bibisa. So you see that exploitative mentality, no. And then they call Burkina Faso, these French-speaking countries, no. Some George can't send idea or fighting for Ghana for no. Almost there be young penny. We are why? I didn't say we are still living in the colonial days because a young one wants any patuntum a demanding what is right for their own people. And let me tell you something. I love this particular NDC leaders. They may not be perfect, but when it comes to say, ye jinania fight ya Ghana, near put Ghana first. A NDC. Apart from CPP, Kwame Nkrumah a be in each year kwino. A NDC. NPP, they will allow foreigners to exploit us. They will even tell them, excuse my French. They will be pointing. And they will join all one to steal us, to ridicule us, disrespect us with impunity, behave anyhow and act anyhow. So no free French, France, one try and say, or my jumenti, or just our body we should shut up. That's a disrespect to the nation Ghana. Total disrespect. And you see, this attitude by foreigners, I say, as if someone yayem papa. Let me tell you something. There is no foreigner or Ghana yayem papa. I'm being honest with you. No foreigner or Ghana kuma Ghana papa. Quote me anywhere and any day. Yabi? Because omunya bibi free ho. Obroni. Oyene bibi kwa. Abroni no. Abroni ni nya bibi kwa. Oyene bibi ano nim de wonya. Oma o aida wonim de wo wiako. Either say oye human part harvesting. Yes. Now, no, there's some years ago, I think I've shared this story. I want to say, I'm free America, I'm free Europe, no money Ghana boys, healthy boys, no more beach side, one no have sex, they are doing what we call a sperm harvesting. The sperm harvest. Or no, there we are not harvest of sperm. Yes, quickly. And they always think say and we should remain in Kwasiafo for them to exploit us. I mean, Bisamu, Kwasiafo na. Come on. You will be pa. So why are we allowing these people to take us for granted? This is the time we all have to support Sam George. But go and see NPP platform. Oh, Sam George pa. Obegu Ghana for adwuma. Onja brofo no munyo mudwuma. Hey. What kind of weakness in here? we should show them where power lies and demand that the right thing. So, they should go to hell. And I'm being serious here. Because ultimately buy a crew. And my head open. Now, what is multi-choice? I'm gonna keep casting myself. Born emotional. Your friend is saying, UEFA League, Premiership, if we invest in our own and invest so much in our GTV, invest so much in our sports, in content, we will not even look outside to say we want to enjoy other people's content. Because we are content creators already. And I've shared this with you Ghanaians. That by nature, that is who we are. We are creators. Whether women or men. But it's just that we don't invest in our people. We don't invest in the institutions. We don't invest. And you people too, when we invest, to be honest and truthful and work hard for the nation. And don't abuse the investment. So somebody will just come and because they say, oh, me a multi-choice. And so because I am multi-choice, yes. Too far. He's multi-choice. He's kind of French people, the chassis. Spread their money across the continent of Africa. Take advantage of people. And then they want to decide for us. We must be ready to take our destiny into our own hands, though, if we really want to compete and be called a giant at the dinner table. Because we have everything it takes, and we will not be relying on Akwesibe. We have everything. We have the human resource. We have the natural resources. We have everything. What is wrong with us? What is wrong is that the belief, the inspiration, the B and the I, the belief and the inspiration. I hear that. Inti se kramai bia, obroni pete bia, broni kramai bia poa. Ya ye din ni esro. You go, hey, wait, you're yeah, I beg you, Juma, Ghana for betne fie. But here, you say, I'm branching say, Mununa wood, you know. It's not time for us to even look into other investments. Look at the way my MTN from South Africa might take advantage. Jadia Wamope in the system. Because we so because na me go kra omujai kra no a yenya yentimi mfra wo bia, but we are not even thinking say we had Ghana Telecom. And most of these antennas and these things are MTN start here. Almost start here. And we are Ghana Telecom. And you might establish it. That fear. We must get rid of that fear and put on the armor. Say, we are not born of the spirit of fear as a Ghanaian. We can do it and we must do it. And we performing when we build this nuclear reactors, what a friend is saying, atomic junction is how many European countries in Punene will be? And say recently, I could find or turn back with the China for because we need the importance of it. Almost the papa no money important in thing. To make a say, let's support Sam George. Prices this one. This prices is unfair. Now, how much is the Ghanaian worker and the salary? I say Ghanaians pay too much for data. Expensive data. Ghana pen out to Chronoma, I say, oh, we use data in bundler. I say, oh, 10 with data. No, of yes, sir. Sam George born in home. We must support him to fight more for the people. Because you see, these foreign companies, no, the only say, target some people, either the celebrities, journalists, politicians, pastors. They can't afford the woman. They sponsor them. It you go kasa how we na na say obia o say Shatawale na ebia o brand ambassador usro so obeka. Say bia o pastor bi na ye omunya sponsorship bi for usro so obeka. E pa ni sa na kro no. Why na ebua kro no? It's about time say ebua kro no. Na kro ni nya ni munyam. Na ni munyam no. Ebe ye nyina ye dia. Dan say ebe support foreigners. Nye jai Ghana for. Me papa chere me say. Ye obi die yi. Now the aye no eyem kwasiafo kasa. Esan say sani die ni ye enya ye ya ontimi mkoboa wo abonten suni. Nti obeboa abonten suni ni die. Ode beboa kromani. Obeboa fie ni no. Ene ne aya na hwe ibofo bi ni nam kromo ejimi ni ehwe wo mo. China for nam no mututu garam say sense you ne ye hwe wo mo. The patriotic spirit no away. So when you see me say I'm here to inspire you as a Ghanaian. For our patriotic spirit no ata no say. You don't believe what these so-called people are saying. We were never born of any inferior gods. Our forefathers were not born of men and women of, timidity, spirit of fear. No. We are bold and we are wise. And look all over the world. You do 50 million. But baby, a Ghana and you see the mark. If given the same opportunity and the same platform, you see that we perform exploit. And exceedingly and abundantly. Let's support this Sam George, Honorable Minister for Communication, to demand fair and equity for all Ghanaians. The price, Nyansen him. I would take Kronmo Waket to ISN. You require pricing in dollars. What the heck? South Africa, no, they are pricing or dollars in. France, no, they are pricing or dollars in. Let's stand with George, Sam George, Lady Brown. Don't mean demanding the best for Ghanaians. Yes, sir. A man for me taken for granted. Yabre. Senya China ni no be jensen hu atrenya. Na ye Lebanese ni, enye Lebanese ni na ye Asia ni bi. Enye Asia ni bi na ye Alata ni bi. Ade. Be careful of the voices you listen to. Ma wodwene say we ye Ghana ni a eye bibi bone. We ye Ghana ni a eye ade bone. Be careful of those voices. That is why I encourage you to share the videos, follow me, and listen to Voice of Inspiration. And I've told you, on the continent of Africa, there's only 3 countries that can compete with Ghana. Only 3 countries. Morocco, Egypt, Ethiopia. And they themselves understand. So the Ghanaian is greater. The Ghanaian woman, anywhere you put the Ghanaian woman shine bright. So go school, so go school. Anywhere you plant the Ghanaian man, they don't disappoint. You're disappointed. African countries are looking up to us to shine bright. They are looking up to us to take the lead, and they will follow. So we should not allow ourselves for any Tom, Dick, and Harry, any riffraff, any yo-yo person calling himself Akwesi Abroni. Noble, keep shining. To come and tell us what to do. And on this note, let's stand with Sam George. It's Ghana for Ghana, and we have to fight for Ghanaians. You see, me wa Fabio. Now, my younger brother, ne nisu eshi pa. Ne nisu eshi. My younger brother, I would dimechi. Hey, no soldier. Or joining soldier ni police. Police, omo yini ma ebe fi. Soldier, omo ani be fi. Or chi soldier for bu soldier for. Or chi ni yongo police for bu police for. My younger brother na make us macho. Na me wafano. So my younger brother na ye bibia. Obejina nechi a supporting onim say ene de. Na obefia. Obetian say, "Hey, masa, you go koye ene de nsem hunu ne nsem fun o protecting own." Ba ye de ye de ne ma wa abontene. Tibon se kwasiampanyi ni bia wo free kuro bia so ba betena Ghana no a. Na free nse. Ghana phone do ye ho ye wunti no. O take advantage. And the year of pebia. Ade. If remini umi yenu. Yes, it's us asubai. Let's fight for our own. What is a problem be affected the Voltarians? Now free a year friends say upper east, upper west. That is your problem to solve. What is a free western region? What is yenu animal more by a narelugu, wamu kun. Kona koshe ma won fefo ewo narelugu. I've been there, but konis I mantem won. What is wamu kwa? Ask yourself, a dear ni betimi ayafa yenu animal na somndwiaba because their problem is our problem. Don't stand idle and say, oh, maybe I'm at western region in Zima, ene eko narelugu no, emu twen, eko boko, emu wa, nti wedi ya masa. Omu ane nyo masem, nti omu fo masem nko no way. Let's unite and fight the common enemies. I won't say or mine be tumpo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a new month. The first Monday, my message for you as a Ghanaian. Remember, you are born great to do greater things. To ye eagle. Nyafi na ado ho beto to ball a bed bi. Nyafi na ado ho beto to. A friend is an antroshie bi. Nyafi na ado ho beto to. Aye akokwa wontimi ntum fawiem. Remember this. Ladies and gentlemen, we do besia say, God bless our homeland Ghana, make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever. Send you winning no. Ladies ni na diatu. Almost D6. D red. Dr. Red. Me a Ghana nipa. Kuwu and show. I love you all. God bless you. Yem fancy I say. Me da mu nyina mase. I salute all of you. I'm about share video no. Mo support here. Keep supporting. Ghana shall be built by Ghanaians. I love you all. Thank you. Peace.